Imagine walking into a room and within seconds understanding what people are truly feeling, what their intentions might be, and whether they're hiding something behind a smile or a handshake. This isn't magic or mind reading. It's a skill that has been mastered and refined for centuries, from ancient Stoics to modern philosophers. The power to read people instantly can transform your relationships, protect you from deception, and bring a new depth to every interaction. But here's the secret. To truly understand others, you must first master yourself. This is where Stoic philosophy steps in, blending ancient wisdom with practical insights to guide your perception and elevate your understanding of human behavior. Stoicism, often seen as a pathway to inner calm and resilience, also holds surprising insights into the art of reading people. This ancient philosophy teaches that by controlling our reactions and silencing internal judgments, we can perceive the world and the people within it much more clearly. When you adopt a Stoic mindset, you learn to look beyond surface impressions and fleeting emotions, tuning in to subtle cues and unspoken intentions. By grounding yourself in these principles, you gain a rare ability to observe others without interference from personal biases or preconceived notions, letting their true selves emerge before you. What does it mean to read people through Stoicism, though? In a world flooded with assumptions, judgments, and distractions, Stoicism teaches us to pause, to watch, and to truly listen. Instead of jumping to conclusions based on a glance or a stray comment, a Stoic approach demands patience and mindfulness. Reading people, according to this philosophy, is less about labeling and more about understanding. It's a process of uncovering the emotional and behavioral patterns that drive each person, a process that becomes almost effortless when practiced through the lens of Stoic calm and detachment. But reading people isn't just about self-defense or protecting yourself from manipulation. It's about achieving a deeper level of empathy and connection. Imagine being able to sense when someone's anxiety isn't anger, or that a friend's silence hides more than indifference. By tuning into these subtle cues, you don't just protect yourself from misunderstandings, you create genuine bonds built on understanding and trust. The Stoics believed that every interaction could be a lesson in human nature and, ultimately, a step closer to mastering oneself. As we dive into the teachings of Stoic philosophy on reading people, be prepared to uncover techniques that sharpen your perception and foster emotional intelligence. Whether in personal relationships or professional settings, these timeless insights will serve as powerful tools for navigating the often murky waters of human interaction. Through practical exercises, Stoic reflection, and mindful observation, you'll find that the secrets to reading people are as much about developing self-awareness as they are about understanding others. Are you ready to start your Stoic journey with Stoic Control, where timeless truths meet everyday life? On why understanding human behavior matters. In every interaction, whether at work, with friends, or even with strangers, there are layers of communication happening beneath the surface. Understanding human behavior allows you to see beyond words, interpreting body language, tone, and subtle expressions that reveal people's true intentions and emotions. This awareness isn't just a skill, it's a powerful advantage. When you can grasp what people genuinely feel or think, you navigate conversations with greater ease and purpose, make better decisions, and avoid being misled by appearances. Understanding others profoundly impacts how we approach relationships, building a foundation of trust, insight, and empathy that few people cultivate. Human behavior is often more predictable than we realize. By learning to observe patterns and recognize common behaviors, you start noticing consistencies that reveal much about a person's personality or intentions. Stoic philosophy encourages us to look for these patterns without judging or reacting, instead simply observing. For instance, someone who repeatedly deflects personal questions may be hiding something, while a person whose gaze frequently shifts might be struggling with trust. The Stoic approach to reading people insists on neutrality and patience, helping us see these behavioral cues without bias, allowing people's true natures to naturally reveal themselves over time. Moreover, understanding behavior at a deeper level equips you to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. When you can sense someone's anxiety, you're more likely to offer them patience rather than criticism. Recognizing genuine enthusiasm allows you to respond warmly, nurturing a positive interaction. By comprehending these nuances, you create interactions that are not only more respectful, but also more effective. Stoicism teaches us that each person has motivations shaped by their past, their fears, and their desires. When we see these elements in people's behaviors, we can interact with them in ways that are less reactive and more constructive. In a broader sense, understanding behavior provides an unparalleled form of self-defense. We all encounter people who may seek to manipulate, deceive, or use others for their gain. With a keen awareness of human behavior, you're more attuned to recognizing these intentions before they cause harm. Stoicism doesn't advocate for paranoia. Instead, it promotes awareness, encouraging you to acknowledge people as they are. When you understand how to read others authentically, you can protect your peace and make decisions that align with your well-being and personal values. This wisdom of human behavior, championed by the Stoics, is one of the most valuable tools for navigating both the complexities and the rewards of human connection. 2. Stoicism and emotional observation, a powerful tool. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the practice of observing emotions with calm detachment. While this might sound simple, it's a transformative approach that can completely change how you understand both yourself and others. Emotional observation in Stoicism involves recognizing feelings as they arise, whether in ourselves or those around us, without judgment or reaction. This neutrality provides a unique lens through which to read people. By adopting this perspective, you begin to see emotions as they are, rather than interpreting them through your biases or assumptions, creating a clear foundation from which you can make more insightful observations about others' behaviors. The Stoics believed that emotions are powerful indicators of our inner states and can either clarify or cloud our judgment. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, practiced noticing his emotions without being ruled by them, a skill that enabled him to lead effectively. When you develop the ability to observe emotions calmly, you're less likely to react impulsively to people's words or actions. Instead, you gain the perspective to interpret what's driving their behavior, whether it's fear, excitement, or insecurity. By understanding these emotional drivers, you can interact with people on a deeper level, responding thoughtfully instead of instinctively, and making it easier to read between the lines of their actions. This detachment doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing emotions, but rather viewing them as temporary states. When observing others, a Stoic mindset encourages us to notice the emotions in their body language and expressions without rushing to conclusions. For instance, rather than labeling someone as angry or nervous, Stoicism would have you observe the tension in their jaw or their restless movements. Then consider what these signals reveal about their inner state. This careful attention to detail fosters emotional intelligence, a skill that's essential for reading people accurately. By practicing this level of observation, you can tune into even subtle shifts in others' behavior, gaining insight that might otherwise go unnoticed. In a world where we're often quick to react or judge, Stoicism's approach to emotional observation is a breath of fresh air. It reminds us that much of human behavior is a reflection of internal struggles, aspirations, and fears. By using Stoic practices to guide your observations, you gain the ability to understand people in ways that foster empathy and connection. The calm clarity promoted by Stoicism enables you to read people's emotions as they are, neither dismissing them nor exaggerating their significance. Ultimately, this practice of emotional observation becomes a powerful tool for both self-mastery and interpersonal understanding, allowing you to interact more mindfully and meaningfully in any setting. 3. Key Stoic techniques for reading people instantly. The Stoics developed techniques not only for self-mastery, but also for understanding the behaviors and emotions of those around them. One core technique is the practice of apatheia, or controlled indifference. This doesn't mean becoming emotionally detached or unfeeling. Rather, it's the skill of remaining calm and unaffected by emotional reactions. When applied to reading people, apatheia allows you to observe others without becoming influenced by their mood or behavior, giving you a clearer view of what they're truly expressing. With this technique, you create a mental distance that lets you see subtle emotional cues and intentions, providing you with insights you might otherwise miss if you were swept up in the moment. Another vital Stoic technique is prosoph, or focused attention. This practice encourages careful observation without distraction, a skill essential to picking up on the small, often subconscious signals people send through their body language and facial expressions. Prasosh teaches you to notice details like shifts in posture, tone of voice, and micro-expressions, those brief, involuntary facial movements that can reveal hidden emotions. By honing this focused attention, you can start to read these signals instantly, understanding a person's feelings before they even articulate them. This deep level of observation allows you to anticipate responses and understand intentions with remarkable accuracy. Premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, is another Stoic practice that can enhance your ability to read people. By mentally preparing yourself for potential challenges in interactions, such as misunderstandings, disagreements, or even confrontations, you train yourself to remain composed, no matter how others behave. In conversations, this readiness helps you stay objective, even if someone becomes emotional or tries to manipulate your response. Instead of reacting defensively, you can stay grounded, focusing on their words and behavior rather than getting entangled in their emotions. This prepares you to understand their motives more clearly, seeing past surface-level statements to what might truly be driving their behavior. Finally, the Stoic practice of epoche, or suspension of judgment, is a cornerstone for accurately reading people. Often, we rush to conclusions based on limited information, letting assumptions cloud our understanding. By suspending judgment, the Stoics encourage us to observe people and events without labeling them as good or bad immediately. This practice is essential when reading people because it allows you to take in a fuller, unbiased picture before forming any conclusions. Epoche helps you avoid falling into the trap of overinterpretation, allowing people to reveal their genuine selves over time and giving you a clearer, more comprehensive understanding of their intentions and emotions. Through these Stoic techniques, reading people becomes an art form rooted in patience, objectivity, and self-control. Fourth, body language insights, the Stoic approach. Body language is one of the most powerful forms of non-verbal communication, revealing a person's true feelings and intentions in ways words often cannot. For the Stoics, mastering the ability to observe body language without reacting is key to understanding people at a deeper level. By calmly noting shifts in posture, gestures, and expressions, you gain insight into someone's internal state without becoming emotionally invested. Stoic philosophy teaches that, instead of immediately interpreting these cues, you should observe them with a neutral, analytical eye, allowing patterns and truths to reveal themselves gradually. This method of detached observation helps you spot inconsistencies between what a person says and what their body is conveying, providing a clearer picture of their true feelings. One primary area the Stoics would focus on is eye contact, a subtle yet revealing indicator of someone's emotional state and confidence level. Eyes that dart around the room or avoid contact can indicate nervousness or evasiveness, while steady eye contact often signals confidence and sincerity. However, Stoic observation encourages you not to jump to conclusions based on eye contact alone. Instead, take it as one piece of a larger puzzle. By consistently observing a person's eye movements in different contexts, you gather a deeper understanding of their personality and intentions without letting personal biases affect your interpretation. Another critical element of body language the Stoics would pay attention to is posture. A person's posture can communicate their mood, energy, and even their attitude toward the interaction. Someone leaning in with an open stance, for instance, is often engaged and receptive, while crossed arms or a turned body can signal defensiveness or disinterest. Stoic philosophy encourages you to notice these cues with calm detachment, avoiding any emotional reaction or assumptions. This patient approach allows you to interpret posture and stance accurately and objectively, providing valuable insights into how comfortable or invested someone truly is in the conversation. Micro-expressions, the fleeting, often subconscious facial expressions that reveal emotions like surprise, anger, or happiness, are another invaluable tool in the Stoics' toolkit for reading people. These brief expressions, usually lasting only a fraction of a second, are often more honest than words, as they slip out before a person can control them. Observing micro-expressions with Stoic detachment enables you to catch genuine feelings beneath someone's composed exterior. By recognizing these subtle expressions without judgment, you gain insight into their emotions without letting your own reactions or assumptions interfere with the clarity of your perception. In mastering the Stoic approach to body language, you develop a disciplined, patient way of observing others that goes beyond surface appearances. Instead of relying on quick judgments, you train yourself to notice the nuances in every gesture, expression, and movement, collecting information slowly and calmly. Over time, this ability to read body language accurately and objectively will become second nature, helping you understand others more deeply and connect with them more authentically, all while maintaining your own inner peace and composure. 5. Spotting hidden emotions and intentions with Stoic calm. In the intricate dance of human interactions, emotions often lie just beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. The Stoic philosophy provides valuable tools for recognizing these hidden feelings and intentions without being swept away by the emotional tide. One key aspect of this process is maintaining a state of inner calm, allowing you to observe rather than react. When you approach interactions with a Stoic mindset, you cultivate a sense of detachment that enables you to perceive subtle emotional cues more clearly. This calmness acts as a lens, allowing you to filter out distractions and focus on the nuances of the other person's expressions and behaviors. One powerful Stoic practice is the ability to engage in active observation. This means paying close attention to the details in someone's demeanor, such as changes in their voice tone, body language, and micro-expressions. For example, a slight furrow of the brow or a fleeting smile can speak volumes about what a person truly feels. When you are calm and centered, you can take note of these fleeting signals without the noise of your own emotions clouding your judgment. This attentive observation helps you understand what someone may be trying to communicate beyond their spoken words, providing insights into their underlying emotions and intentions. Additionally, a critical aspect of spotting hidden emotions is understanding the context in which interactions occur. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of situational awareness, encouraging you to consider the environment and circumstances influencing a person's behavior. For instance, someone who appears withdrawn in a high-pressure meeting may be experiencing stress or anxiety rather than disinterest. By maintaining a calm perspective and considering the broader context, you can avoid making hasty judgments and instead appreciate the complexity of human emotions. This thoughtful analysis enables you to identify the reasons behind a person's behavior, leading to a deeper understanding of their intentions. Practicing empathetic curiosity is another Stoic technique that enhances your ability to spot hidden emotions. This involves approaching conversations with an open mind and a genuine desire to understand the other person's feelings and motivations. Instead of jumping to conclusions or labeling their behavior, you can ask questions that encourage them to share more about their emotional state. For example, instead of asking, "Why are you upset?" you might say, "It seems like something is bothering you. Would you like to talk about it?" This approach not only fosters trust, but also allows the other person to reveal their emotions at their own pace. Through this empathetic engagement, you create a space where hidden feelings can surface, enriching your understanding of their intentions and emotional landscape. In essence, by applying these Stoic principles, you can sharpen your ability to spot hidden emotions and intentions with clarity and precision. The combination of inner calm, active observation, situational awareness, and empathetic curiosity empowers you to navigate the complexities of human interactions. By doing so, you not only deepen your understanding of others, but also cultivate meaningful connections, turning your insights into a powerful tool for effective communication and relationship building. 6. Practical Stoic exercises to improve your perception. To cultivate the ability to read people effectively through Stoic principles, engaging in practical exercises can significantly enhance your observational skills and emotional intelligence. One fundamental exercise is the practice of daily reflection, a staple in Stoic philosophy that encourages individuals to review their interactions and emotions at the end of each day. Set aside a few minutes to reflect on conversations you had, focusing on the emotions and body language you observed in others. Consider questions such as, what did I notice about their expressions? Did I pick up on any hidden feelings? This exercise not only reinforces your ability to observe, but also helps you recognize patterns over time, deepening your understanding of human behavior. Another beneficial practice is the watch and learn technique, where you deliberately observe others in various settings without engaging directly. Whether it's at a cafe, a park, or even in a crowded train, take time to watch how people interact with one another. Pay attention to their body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. This detached observation allows you to gather insights into nonverbal communication while reinforcing your capacity for empathy and understanding. Additionally, challenge yourself to draw conclusions about their emotional states based solely on your observations. This not only hones your perceptual skills, but also prepares you for real-life interactions by sharpening your awareness of the cues that may arise. Incorporating role-playing exercises into your routine can also be invaluable. Find a friend or family member and engage in role-playing scenarios that mimic social interactions. Assign different emotional states or intentions to each other and practice expressing those feelings through body language and tone. This exercise helps you become more aware of how subtle shifts in posture or gestures can convey a wealth of information. Furthermore, role-playing encourages you to think critically about how to respond when faced with different emotional cues, thus improving your overall perception and reaction in genuine social settings. Lastly, mindfulness meditation can significantly enhance your ability to read people through a Stoic lens. By practicing mindfulness, you cultivate an awareness of your thoughts and emotions, which in turn helps you remain grounded and calm during interactions with others. Set aside time each day for meditation, focusing on your breath and letting go of distractions. As you become more in tune with your inner state, you'll find it easier to maintain your composure when observing others. This clarity allows you to engage in conversations with an open mind, making it easier to notice and interpret emotional cues without bias or preconceived notions. By incorporating these practical Stoic exercises into your daily routine, you can gradually sharpen your perception and enhance your ability to read people effectively. Whether through reflection, observation, role-playing, or mindfulness, each exercise provides a pathway to deeper understanding and more meaningful connections with others. Embracing these practices fosters a greater appreciation for the complexities of human behavior, empowering you to navigate social interactions with confidence and insight. 7. Common mistakes and how to avoid bias in observation. When it comes to reading people through the lens of Stoic philosophy, one of the most critical aspects is recognizing and avoiding common biases that can cloud your judgment. One prevalent mistake is allowing personal emotions or preconceived notions to influence your observations. Stoicism teaches that our emotional states can distort our perceptions, leading us to misinterpret the intentions of others. For instance, if you enter a conversation feeling anxious or defensive, you may misread someone's neutral demeanor as hostility. To counteract this, it's essential to practice emotional awareness. Before engaging with others, take a moment to check in with your feelings. By acknowledging your emotional state, you can better separate it from the cues others are providing, leading to a more accurate interpretation of their behavior. Another common pitfall is the tendency to project your own feelings or experiences onto others, a phenomenon known as emotional projection. This occurs when you assume that others feel or think the same way you do based on your own experiences. For example, if you've recently experienced betrayal, you might view someone's hesitance to open up as a sign of distrust, even if they are simply reserved by nature. To avoid this bias, practice active listening and ask clarifying questions that encourage the other person to express their thoughts and feelings directly. This practice not only helps you gain a clearer understanding of their emotional state, but also demonstrates your genuine interest in their perspective, creating a more open dialogue. Confirmation bias is another significant hurdle when trying to read people accurately. This bias leads individuals to seek out information that confirms their existing beliefs while ignoring evidence that contradicts them. For instance, if you believe that a colleague is unfriendly, you may focus solely on their curt responses and overlook moments when they demonstrate warmth or kindness. To combat confirmation bias, actively challenge your assumptions by reminding yourself to remain open to new evidence. Practice observing interactions without judgment and strive to understand the person holistically. By recognizing the complexities of human behavior, you can foster a more balanced view that allows for a greater range of emotional expression. Additionally, it's important to be aware of the impact of environmental factors on behavior. Stressful situations such as high-stakes meetings or personal crises can dramatically affect how people communicate. A Stoic approach encourages you to consider these external influences when interpreting someone's actions. For example, if a friend appears distant during a gathering, they may be preoccupied with personal issues rather than being disinterested in the social setting. By maintaining a broad perspective and acknowledging the situational context, you can avoid jumping to conclusions that might lead to misunderstandings. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to read people is an invaluable skill that can enhance our relationships and foster deeper connections. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, we have explored how mindfulness, self-awareness, and emotional regulation can empower us to navigate human interactions with clarity and intention. By practicing the art of pausing before responding, we gain the space needed to manage our emotions and engage with others from a place of calm. Integrating Stoic techniques such as active listening and empathetic engagement transforms our conversations into opportunities for mutual understanding. This compassionate approach not only strengthens our relationships, but also promotes a culture of respect and harmony. As we cultivate our emotional resilience through these practices, we become better equipped to handle conflict and criticism with grace. If you found value in our journey together, we humbly ask that you express your support by liking and subscribing. Your thoughtful reflections and insights are welcome in the comments below. Share this wisdom with others, and remember that the teachings of Stoicism provide a practical framework for understanding ourselves and others. By embodying these principles, we can navigate the complexities of human behavior and contribute to a more compassionate world. The journey toward mindfulness and connection is ongoing, but with Stoic philosophy as our guide, we can approach it with insight and authenticity.